Let's talk about the most important metrics to track on Instagram to gauge your performance and growth. I'm not talking about likes, comments, saves, and shares either. Stay with me. I'm Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I share practical advice to build your brand. Today I'm in Crete, Greece, and I'm talking all about Instagram metrics worth tracking. I'm focusing on 3 to keep things simple. In the wise words of W. Edwards Deming, without data, you're just a person with an opinion. And with a little bit of math, don't worry, it's simple. Just a little bit of math, it's going to tell us so much about your account. Like I said at the top of this video, I'm not talking about likes, comments, shares, or saves. You see, those are the metrics that Instagram serves up front and center, but they're not really the most important, not even close. So what is the most important? I'm going to tell you that right now. Metric number 1. Engagement rate. This is the number 1 most important metric, more than likes, comments, or anything else. Engagement rate is generally defined in 2 different ways depending on who you talk to. Let me share those quick formulas and then some tools if you don't want to calculate it yourself. Formula A, the total number of engagements you earn divided by the number of followers that you have at the time of posting. Let me repeat that again. The total number of engagements you earn divided by the total number of followers you have at the time of posting. So that's the first formula, and my personal favorite, the one that I use. Here is the second formula, or let's say formula B. The total number of engagements you earn divided by the number of impressions your post or page gets. I'll repeat it again. Total number of engagements that you earn divided by the number of impressions that your post or page gets. Just another way. Regardless of formula, this metric is important because it levels the playing field by scoring posts at a percentage. It tells you if a post did well, even if it wasn't seen by many people. It helps you get an actual understanding of what's working on your page. Now, if you want to avoid doing math, like me, I usually try to avoid it, you can use a tool to calculate your engagement rate for you. Some great free tools include Social Blade or Not Just Analytics, one word. Some great paid tools include some apps I've talked about before, Whatagraph, Later, or Sprout Social. Those are my favorites. Take your pick. As a rule of thumb, an engagement rate of 3% or more is considered to be good, but I recommend using your own engagement rate as a benchmark that you continue to try to improve month over month. But that's enough about that. Engagement rate. There are 2 other metrics that I want to be tracking. Let's get to those. Metric number 2, impressions. Think of this as more eyes that you get on your post. The more eyes you get on it, the more of a chance you have of growing. I personally like to see a summary of total impressions so I can see just how far my page is reaching. I like to compare impressions on different posts, and this is something that you can see directly in Instagram Analytics. It's built in, which is handy. Keep an eye on this metric, impressions, because you'll want this to go higher and higher as your account grows. So that's impressions. There's one more I want you tracking. That's metric number 3, followers, new followers. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love new followers? I love this metric because it helps you tangibly see if your efforts are leading to a larger audience. Very straightforward. If you drop in followers, that's okay. Drill down on your posts and try to understand what worked and what didn't work. I'm also not talking about a single follower or 2. If they drop, that doesn't mean someone hates you or it doesn't mean someone dislikes your content. Honestly, it's probably automated by someone unfollowing you because you didn't follow them back. That happens on Instagram often, so don't stress. And when you look at this metric and you notice that you're gaining followers, I personally think that's a sign that you can keep doing what you're doing, keep up the good work, and really figure out what people are responding well to. So in conclusion, what to track: engagement rate, impressions, and new followers count. Way more important than likes, comments, shares, and saves. These certainly aren't the only things that you should be tracking, but they're definitely the most important. There are other things that you can also keep an eye on, and there's a good blog post about this from Later, which I'll link to in the description description below. They describe, I believe it is at least 8 metrics that you can be tracking, which is a lot. At a minimum, these are the 3 that I've mentioned in this video that will best measure your success. Well, that covers that. If you've got any lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing through a few videos I've done recently about Instagram that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Phil Pallen. Thanks for watching, and those videos are coming up next.